Cheers, y'all. Welcome back to our Soul Seat Conversations. This is episode number 8. My name is Soliel. I am your host. I am the owner of Soul Rise Essentials, the CEO, the everything. We are a unisex affirmation apparel brand based in Richmond, Virginia. We focus on all things wellness. We create apparel for the entire family. So you, your mama, your daddy, your kids, your sister, your cousin, your uncle, your grandpa, everybody. So that's what we do. We're based in Richmond, Virginia. And we don't just sell affirmation apparel. We also have a really big focus and passion for mental wellness. So that's why Soul Seat Conversations exists, y'all. This is episode number 8. And it's a podcast. I didn't intentionally start this with the notion of having a podcast. I just want to live in my purpose, share my story, talk about the importance of mental wellness through my affirmation apparel brand. And you can find out why I chose affirmation apparel, what it means to me by just going to our YouTube channel and checking out our brand story and my story. So go check that out. But of course, after you listen to the resilient story we're going to share tonight. So Soul Seat Conversations, we exist to create a community. We exist to connect. We share new ways to thrive. So we do that through sharing resilient stories from around the world. So we have an amazing guest. I see y'all coming on in. Shout out to Fab's Quality Sign. Shout out to Jaleesa. I see a friend of Brie. We're going to have Brie in the Soul Seat tonight. I don't remember your name, but it says Seiji V. Welcome to the Soul Seat Conversation. Get a Boy 11. Welcome, y'all. I'm really excited. This has been going really, really well. Y'all have been tuning in with us monthly, every third Thursday of the month to hear someone's resilience story. And it's been really amazing, y'all. Y'all have been giving us really good feedback, been super engaging. So feel free to ask questions. We love to have conversation here. We love to create community and to engage. So I'm just going to do some announcements real quick, and we're going to wait for Brie to come in the Soul Seat, and I'm going to pull her in, and we're going to talk about her story. We're going to talk about purpose. We're going to talk about moving forward tonight. We're going to talk about your past. We're going to talk about how the past can lead into the present and what you can do in the midst of to find a way to thrive again. So our apparel, I always say that we create apparel that is for your best days and in between, right? So we don't always have good days, y'all. We have days where we no, it's gloomy outside today. I don't feel like doing anything, but I got to go to work. I got to push forward. I make apparel for those days. I love bright colors. So that's why I got my green hat on today. Normally when I need some sunshine, I put on my golden black hat, but today I have on my green, it just brightens my day. So that's what I create apparel for. I see Brie in the Soul Seat room real quick, but let me do some announcements. Just wanted to let y'all know anything that you see. So my hats, I have different color hats back here. My big seller on our website, our Soul Tribe affirmation necklace, is always on our website. Everything that you see is on our website right now. So shop it at soulriseessentials.com. And I'm going to give y'all a discount code for tonight. So just stay tuned. Watch to the end. If you're watching a replay and you get to the end or something is said that resonates with you, drop us some orange hearts down below in the comments. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring Brie in the room, y'all. I think those were all of my announcements. Oh, this is a really big announcement, y'all. So, of course, it's a wellness podcast, right? But I need to stress the fact that we are not professionals. We are simply humans. We are thrivers that are talking about our lived experiences. So even though something that is said here may resonate with you, you I want to try that, always consult with yourself first and consult with a professional if needed. So I definitely want to say that. But let's bring her in. What's up to the Sun Collective? Thank y'all for joining us. Oh, did I do it right, y'all? IG be acting funny because I definitely hit accept. What's going on, beautiful?
Hi, baby.
How are you?
How you doing? This is
good.
The first time I've ever done this. So
okay. I'm going to take it easy on you. You are in a safe place. This is a good place to be. Hold on. Let me reposition my camera as well. Give me 1 second. So they can see the Soul Rise Essentials logo behind me, child. We still got businesses to promote around here.
Thank you for having me today.
Absolutely. I'm happy we met, so I'm going to share with people how we met because I thought it was kind of cool. And I'm also going to let you know how I knew about you before, too, actually, before I met you. So this is Brie, everybody. She is the CEO, and I'm going to let her introduce herself too, but I'm going to do the honors first. So she's the CEO of Brie Beads Royalty, and we're both based in Richmond, Virginia. And we actually met each other, it was about, 4 months ago, maybe. We were actually at the post office. It was snowing, heavy in our area, and it hadn't got really bad on the street yet. It was a little bad, but we both braved it all. We have businesses to maintain. We had orders to get out. I see y'all in the comments. Thank y'all so much for
Thank y'all.
joining. Everybody else probably was in the house. Like, we're gonna get them orders when the snow melt, but we decided to go to the post office and get these orders out. And I'm like, I see she got orders. She doing something. I feel like she has her own business. So I just introduced myself and I said, hey, so that's how we met.
And she did. And you was so cute and nice. And I went home and I was like, let me look her up because she's so cute. So I'm so glad.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate it. It was very organic. It was super, super organic. And even outside of that, Brie, I actually have heard about you and actually seen you at the community garden, one of them in Southside. I know you do some work with like Brother Manifest, Deron Chavis. And I think my son and I were out there volunteering one day and I saw you out there. So I see the work that you're doing in the community. So keep it up.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming out and supporting.
Absolutely. So I'll let you do the honors. You tell us who you are and what do you do.
Well, again, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
I am CEO of Bree's Royalty. I have been making jewelry for about 8 years. My slogan is jewelry with energy, growing people like plants. I do energy work, but I do not broadcast it because I get drained. So my very close friends know, like, I'll tell you what crystals you need, what type of energy you need. So it is a big part of my life.
Okay.
Officially a year ago is when I switched full-time to agriculture work. But 3 years I've been in community ag and urban ag. I have managed several community gardens. I now am kind of like floating, helping everybody. We just rebuilt a garden in Wickham Court last week.
Okay, congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, I do that through Richmond Food Justice Alliance. So we're kind of a collective of people who do just community work like that. So I've been doing that. And what I do full-time for farming is I do. So
say that last part one more time. You do what?
Farming TA, which is technical assistance. So I go to large farmers and I see what resources they need. And I work specifically with our Black farmers who've been marginalized by the system. Our land has been basically ripped away from us. And we have basically lost all sovereignty, which is the ownership of our own land and our own lives, basically. So what I do is go to farmers and see if they need money, what projects they're doing, if they need volunteers, if they need marketing and networking to other Black farmers, wholesale opportunities and stuff like that, so that we can continue to thrive as Black people in agriculture, basically.
I love it. I love it. So earlier I heard you say Black ag. I knew what that meant. You did just say the word, but go ahead and just tell people what that is if they're not familiar with the gardening term.
Well, that's Black agriculture. And that is very important, and thank you, because Black people are still in agriculture. We still do grow things out of the ground, and I'm just excited to revive it and see all of the excitement in the community and everything that's going on and the people that I'm touching, and it's been a blessing in all ways.
It's a beautiful thing to watch. Like you said, just talking about reclaiming what's ours, and it's awesome to see a young Black woman, that's relatable, so I salute you for that. It's a beautiful thing to witness. So keep going. And I'm really excited to talk about your purpose work, at some point during the conversation. And just kind of get more into who Brie is behind the brand. So before we do get into more of the work that you're doing and why you got into that work, I really wanted to put some focus on who you are as a person, because for me, I see successful people, and I know you didn't just get that way overnight. And I also see people, like you said, you do energy work. So there had to be some things in your life that led up to your wellness and your healing journey. So definitely want to get into that. And let me make sure I'm on track real quick, because I start talking and get excited. And I'm like, wait, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. So we talked about how we met, what you do. Yeah, let's get into Brie behind the brand. So we talked briefly, just kind of got to know each other a little bit. But I just want to start back to little Brie. How old are you, first of all? How old are you?
28.
28. Okay, you're doing some amazing work, girl, for that age. That's what's up.
Pushing.
Yes. So talk to me about like your upbringing. Where are you from? How did you grow up? Let's get into that.
Yeah, and I do thank you for this, because a lot of people have no clue. And I don't, and we talked about it. I hate to like be the like, woe is me, or like, I had these burdens, and I never talk about that type of stuff because to me, like, it does matter, but it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So this is a blessing for me. So I was born in Newport News. My mother and father were both in the military. My mother early on had addiction problems. So we moved around. I lived with my grandmother a little bit, and then we moved back to Louisiana, where I was basically with her primarily as an addict. So I went through a lot of things as a small child who didn't understand what I was going through. So then my dad came and got me. He was like, oh, hell no. So he brought me back here, and that was difficult in interesting ways. My father is one of those people who are like a real hard, emotionless type of person. And I think he made me a very, very strong person. A very, very strong, like I have never been a victim to anything in my life. But I wasn't taken care of emotionally, and I didn't know why I was going through what I was going through. And he was a single father for the most part. And honestly, like the system for single fathers is crazy. Like when I was growing up, like he couldn't get any benefits because it was all like
oh, yeah.
It's like they looked at him like he wasn't shit, even though he was trying to take care of me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
We didn't have much. Just trying to understand why we didn't have much. And I went to a school where like everybody wasn't struggling, like, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like cool to be struggling or anything like that. So I got in some trouble. I started boosting. When I was about 17, I caught a grand larceny charge. They sent me to court. I would never forget this day. We walked in court, and I'm looking for my name on the docket. And we're just standing there, and I'm like, oh my God. And my name wasn't on the docket. So if your name's not on the docket, you go in this room and they tell you like what's going on with your case. And I went in the room and they were like, all right, well, we're just going to put you through a program. So I remember that day, like the weight was like, you know what I'm saying? I went from this felony larceny charge to like, okay, they're going to put me like in this program. I thought my life was over. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought my life was over. And then like, when you get arrested, they tell you like, you know, like you can't do shit after this. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the car, he's like, your life over. But the crazy thing is, in the car, the man asked me a lot about my past. And they said, front seat. And he asked me about my mom, and I'm crying, and he really like felt for me. Like the police officer, like really, really felt for me. And I think that's why they went ahead and put me through the program instead of like,
yeah,
look at me. So anyway, we went through therapy, and I think that was like the most changing thing between my relationship with my father.
So y'all went through the therapy together, you and your dad?
Oh yeah, you gotta do everything. Okay. The only thing I did by myself was like the community service.
Okay.
But they put you through the classes together. They put you through this larceny class, and they put you through therapy. And then so after I was done, like he helped me go get a job, and then like he was driving me to work and picking me up, because like the hell if you're gonna be fucked up. So he really went to overdrive to try to make sure that I was okay.
Yeah.
So then I got to VCU, and I kind of like, I moved to VCU just because I wanted to get the hell out the house.
You said you moved to where? You went to VCU?
I moved to VCU, so I'm local, but I stayed on campus. Like I moved all the way out the house. And it was still kind of like I don't have shit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I started selling little here and there. So I did catch some more charges in VCU, and I call those like I sold little weed charges.
I mean, technically, look where we at now, 2020. Like, come on now.
And so that's what really resonated.
2022.
Because like I actually did go through a court process for those charges, and it's like now, it's like I didn't do nothing wrong. You know?
Right. Right.
I went through that stuff, and I didn't do shit wrong. But it taught me a lot. And I won't say I went through a process. I took them charges. They do give you like an option to do community service. I don't have time for that. But Yeah, so after that, I was kind of done with like wailing around and what the F is going on. I was
Yeah.
really, I had graduated and I really was like, what am I interested in? Like, what do I want to do? I went all the way through school. I still don't know what the hell I wanted to do. So I went, I did management in school, business management in school with a
So which
concentration.
school were you at, VCU?
I
Okay.
graduated from you with a concentration in entrepreneurship.
Okay.
But it was always like, I will own some one day, but I have no idea, you know what I'm saying, what I wanted to do. And I was making jewelry. And I really didn't have anything that was like lighting my insides. Like, what am I gonna get up every day and do?
Right.
You know?
Right.
And I'll never forget, I went and got a tarot card reading. And the lady goes, do what you like to do.
That simple, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. And she's like, whatever you like to do, just do it and see how it goes. Just do
Right.
it. Like, all right, I think I want to learn how to plan stuff. And I attended a couple classes and fell in love.
I love that. So that's kind of like how your journey with gardening and agriculture started. So when you said you just kind of felt like you wanted to grow stuff, was it because it was like something you saw on TV, or was your dad into it, or was it just like something that, you know, you just felt like inclined that you wanted to do? What was that about?
To be honest with you, it was the opposite. It was the fact that I'd never seen anybody around me do it. I literally didn't know what it looked like for food to grow out the ground.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's not uncommon. Like, we don't know
it's not.
that looks like. And, you know, I think the process of educating myself was more of just wanting my wellness. Like, how is my food? What am I eating? What am I feeding myself? Where is it coming from? Who's growing it? And that turned into passion for loving on the people who's growing it and turning into somebody who is growing it. So wellness, just whole wellness. And we as people, no matter what we love to do, need to know how to do this as feeding ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And need to know that for wellness. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
love for my people.
Yeah. So you said you've been with your business, Brie, it's a tongue twister. Brie Bees Royalty for 8 years, and you've been in the agriculture space for 3 years. Am I following you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So I wanted to also ask you, first of all, thank you for sharing that, because that was a lot. And before I say what I was about to say, I wanted to kind of connect with you on a personal level, because we talked about this a little bit before. But at 17, part of my journey also was going to the juvenile detention center. And for me, that changed my life, girl, because I'm like, I like my freedom too much.
Yep.
Okay. I'm an Aries, you an Aries. We like to do what we want to do when we want to do it. So somebody telling me like I had to go in this room, close this door, you got to get up at this time, this what you got to eat. Huh? What? That changed my life forever, because my freedom was way more important to me than trying to be a bad girl. So
Positive thing for you?
Huh?
It was a positive outcome for you?
It took a little while now. Don't get me wrong. I didn't leave out of there and go into like, oh my God, I'm changed. Because I still got into some more trouble. I just didn't get caught, and I just didn't go back to jail. But it was definitely an eye opener for me. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you are definitely not a bad girl. You are not a jailbird. Sit down somewhere. So I just thought that was interesting that both of us kind of got caught up in that right before our 18th birthday at the same age. So I thought that was really dope. And I just want to say shout out to us, because look at us now. You know? Look at us now.
Yes. And to say, to drop the caveat that I reached out, I actually asked Soliel if I could do this with her, because I've seen her on the news sharing her story. I was very touched, because I have not done that, you know, and thank you for providing space for people and not just me.
Absolutely. And this is something I also wanted to say, because I heard you say it earlier, and also when we were talking. So, you know, you said that you didn't want to, like, you don't like to focus on the past too much, because it's kind of like, you know, you don't want to feel like, woe is me. But for me, I feel like you see this woman in front of you, but you don't know her whole story. So for me, I feel like you may appreciate me even a little bit more knowing my journey from then to see, you know, where I'm at now. So I think people appreciate that type of authenticity more than you know, to be honest, because I'm sure that you're going to connect with so many more people tonight just because you share some of the things with them that they weren't aware of. So I think perspective shifting around it a little bit would be helpful, you know, because you don't have to sulk on it. And that's what my whole brand is about. Like, we don't have to sulk, oh my God, what was me? I went through this, because we thriving. We're trying to find new ways to thrive. We're creating community. We having these conversations, being open, because it's like, yeah, this is where I was, but this is where I'm at now. And it's beautiful. And you can do the same thing. So I think it's important to share our stories. We have to, for other people.
And I believe it's valuable, especially for the youth that's going through the same thing, because they see you, and it's hard to not want to do those things, especially in troubling neighborhoods, or if your parents at work all the time, or
Yep.
you know, the situation is very hard to stay out of trouble.
Yep.
Seeing role models, and that's one thing I try to, you know, with the gardening things, I try to touch the kids, and when I'm with them, I'm talking to them like, you know what I'm saying, they mother and they sister gonna talk to them. So it's very important, and thank you for inspiring others and the people that you've had on here. Because
yes, girl, thank you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for getting to that place where you like, I want to share my story now, you know. So I appreciate that. My other question was, what inspired you to get into Bree's royalty? So like, what made you do that? Was it like, I need some money, I want to do things a legit way? What inspired that?
It really like started off as waist beads. So just transparent. I was in college. I wanted some waist beads. I went to the African lady. They ain't really have none I like. So I just started making my own. And then I started going through a spiritual awakening, you know, along that journey as well, because it wasn't always, you know, about the energy at all. But I did, you know, start going through, you know, my journey and my awakening, and start learning about crystals, and started forming relationships, and, you know, refining my business. And it's just evolved. It's just evolved over time.
Yeah, so it started with you just wanting some waist beads, and look at you now, 8 years later, girl.
Oh God.
Okay, listen, you have a pretty big following. Are you on TikTok too?
I'm not. So I recently like downloaded my TikTok, and I just started putting all my videos from my Instagram on the TikTok.
Yeah.
But I'm trying. I did, you know, download my stuff, but anything for my business. Anything.
Okay, I was just about to say, girl, that's Untapped. I finally got on there like maybe a month ago, but I think you would do well on there because I love the content that you put out. So shout out to you, because you definitely got a following. So you're doing something right. All right, so I wanted to also ask you this, because I also, I garden. I'm definitely not like the queen of the green thumb or nothing like that. I'm still learning and figuring this thing out. But I actually went through the Southside Growers Academy with Duran a couple weeks ago. So I learned a lot. Like, my first gardening season was actually during the pandemic, 2020. I got a raised bed in the backyard and bought some seedlings, put them out there, and they was growing, girl. We had a lot of squash. We had a lot of tomatoes. So I was doing my thing. But it was more so experimental. But I got introduced to it through Duran and all of the work that y'all have been doing. It's really, really amazing. So I know for me, I've actually been a little bit more grounded through that process. Like, I feel like when I'm in nature, and I know a lot of people can relate to this, but even outside of nature, I feel like when I'm gardening, it's such a spiritual connection. It's just such a beautiful thing. I feel so much clarity. I feel so much groundedness. I feel like God talks to me when I'm gardening. So I wanted to ask you, what has that process been like? Because, of course, this is a wellness brand. It's a wellness podcast. I wanted to ask you, like, what has spirituality and wellness look like for you on your gardening journey?
Look at me. She be talking to you.
Yes.
The earth is like, we resonate so much more with the earth than people understand. Like, the lessons that you learn,
yes,
cultivating and connecting with nature are lessons that like take lifetimes to learn and understand.
Absolutely.
I really cannot put the love and the passion that I feel for that type of work into words, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It really means that much to me. and that is like my comfort. And I am a very like physical person. So anybody has ever been like at a work day with me, like I'm getting shit done. You know, like
yeah.
So that part of like being able to like progress and then see things grow, and then you see things, and then they go through a cycle, and then you can kick ass and you can landscape however you want and be creative. And I have OCD, so I get to weed everything, and like, you know what I'm saying, the ways you get to fulfill yourself are in so many ways you can't even really explain.
Yeah, it's one of those things like you got to be there. You got to do it yourself to understand what it is. And it's super meditative, if that's a word. Like just, you know, from the watering process to watching everything grow, like it's calculated, you know, and it's beautiful. So I definitely wanted to ask you about that.
And it's like, it's so, like, all the plants are different, and they, like, become, like, your little children, and they all take different things to take care of them, and, like, just so many different things. Like, I really just can't, like, I love it. I love it all. I love it.
Yeah. I wanted to acknowledge our Soul Tribe family in the comments. We've been getting some good love, a lot of hearts down. I'm scrolling back up, y'all. Somebody said it's a queen, it's a CEO. Your girls, the Goddess Collective and Sadie B, been showing you some love. And let's see, the Auntie's Room. Shout out to the Auntie's Room. She said, love this so much. We got some hearts from Jaleesa, hearts from the Auntie's Room. The Sun Collective says, I feel that I was raised by my dad too. I'm going to talk to you about that too. I just have one quick question about that. And I think you kind of touched on it. I was going to say, and I can ask you this too, Sun Collective, in the comments. What's it like being raised by a man? Like, what is that experience like?
It's different. So my actual situation was, my dad's been married. My dad was married like even before I was born. So we lived in a house with my stepmom, but my stepmom, like, I was such a like off the hinge type of kid. You know, I had been through so much, and I came and I was going through trouble. She really didn't like at all. So it was just kind of like me and him. And it was masculine. He was very emotionless, and you know, as an Aries, we did these. I think as Black people, we just need to like be careful of like what we are transferring from our experiences to our kids, because I think that was a lot for with my.
Sorry. You go back. You go.
But I think that was a lot of my experiences with him, was like him taking what he had been through and kind of like not really knowing how to process that and give that to me in a positive way. And then not having somebody else to bounce that off and somebody to balance him out. It's just like me and him bumping heads. I will say now he's a very softer person now. That things, and like he's grown, and I can now talk to him as a grown person about my feelings and what I've been through. And he also has that soft spot of knowing what I've been through, you know, earlier in life. So giving people grace, and you know, you gotta learn together is what I'll say, is we learn together.
Yeah, I love what you said about like now that he's older, he's softer. Because I grew up with my mom raised me, of course, and then my granddad. We all lived in the same house. Me, my twin sister, my granddad, my mom. And the older he get, child, the softer he get. And I think it's just adorable. We have a great relationship. So I wasn't solely raised by my dad or my grandfather, but he was in the house my entire life. So I definitely connect to that child. They get old and they get soft, honey. So I wanted to acknowledge Lakeisha's life. She said, love the t-shirt. So I'm getting cut off because it's 2 screens on here now, but thank you. This is our Grateful Guided Mama t-shirt. I came out with this design for Mother's Day, and they are still on the website. So y'all go check them out. I'm going to keep scrolling through the comments. Thank you, Lakeisha.
The Sun Collective, and she said that the other women in her family stepped in. And I will say that my grandmother, I lived with my grandmother for a long time. Just like I was back and forth between my grandmother and my dad, and then I started getting in trouble, and he kind of just shit into my grandma. And the love I felt from her is like no love that I've ever felt from anyone.
Yeah.
So important. And you know what I'm saying, just family. Like if you really have any family that needs you, like make sure they got you, because it really means so much.
That part. That part. Thank you for sharing that. And also, Sun Collective, thank you for sharing that. She also said, she thanked you for sharing what you shared. And she said, but with honest conversations, because she kind of, her dad was nonchalant. She became that way and closed off in relationships. But she said, with honest conversations, she's grown a lot. So, and her and her dad, I think she's saying that too. So, shout out to you. Again, this is why community is so important. Being around people that you trust and they want to see you grow, that hold you accountable. We can grow up one way, y'all. We can go through these things, but it's our job as adults when we get older to create community that nourishes us. So shout out to y'all. Sage V said that grandma love hits different. It sure do. And it transcends time and space. I still feel my grandmother's love. She's not here. She hasn't been here since '07. That love is deep.
That love is deep. And I will say, what you say her name was, Lakeisha?
Yeah, Lakeisha.
Lakeisha. I just will say thank you for sharing. And
no, the person that shared that was the Sun Collective.
Yeah, what's her name? Oh, you
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, whoever you are, thank you so much. And I will say that it does turn you I won't say like turn you, but like you will grow up with these masculine ways. Like I am not like other females. Like I don't give a fuck is crazy. Like, and I will do you like a nigga. And it's sad. It's like just realizing like why I am the way I am, and like how I can heal those things, because I'm not bragging about it. You know what I'm saying? But how can we take those and heal those things, and knowing where they come from is so important. Because I be that's why I need therapy. This right here, because you. So yeah, that's very very true.
Yeah. So she said her name was Karen. I also see a comment from she got kicked off, y'all. We're gonna wait for her to come back. I wanted to read this comment. Sage V says same. They show up through all dimensions in space. That grandma love hit different, y'all. I saw a comment. Oh, Pharma Long John said this was a beautiful conversation, highly essential. Thank you. I really appreciate y'all being here and engaging. I love when y'all engage, child. She's coming back. I'm about to accept her. Let me re-up on my lipstick. There we go. You back, girl. You back.
Sorry, I don't know what I did.
It's okay. Also, I wanted to ask you about, since this is, Mental Health Awareness Month, and this is a mental health podcast, mental health brand. I wanted to ask you
the comments, because I am.
Oh, I think because you got kicked off and you had to come back, it may have gone away completely.
Okay. All right.
But I had gotten through all the comments. I had read one from when you were off. I read one from Pharma Long Johns. They said this was a beautiful conversation, highly essential.
Thank you.
Yes. So yeah, I wanted to ask you about. Hold on 1 second. Mental wellness and gardening. We kind of talked about that. We have touched on that a little bit. But what about diet? I feel like people really bypass how important your diet is for your mental health. So I know we're both meat eaters, but at the same time, aside from that, like growing your own food, it's levels to this thing. So talk about that a little bit.
That's deep. And that is it's like a system that we're trying to fix on many cultural levels for Black people. And it has to deal with just slavery and what's been passed down to us, and the fact that we don't not want to do better, but don't have the mental capacity to want to do better, or have the resources, or have the locations to do better. And now we're trying to fight the system to get other stuff. But so that our diet as Black people is something that there has been war against. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for us to eat better is revolutionary. For us to care for ourselves is, revolutionary. So that at the basis, where I'm at with that, is loving yourself as a revolutionary act.
Yes.
because as we grow up in the society of you got to be successful, and like if you're not popping in and out here, you're not doing it. However, like that takes away from like the time we get to prepare our food, the time to grow our food. I know everyday people that I love and adore that still stops at Wendy's every day. You know what I'm saying? And it's just because. It's just because. You know what I'm saying? Just because we don't know and we don't have the time and we don't have the self-love to take the time, a little bit of time, and do better. So with that being said, I think it starts here first.
Mm-hmm.
And like wanting to be mentally better. And wanting to love yourself better, it starts there because you have to carve out time to cook, to go to the store. You got to carve out, you know, how much money I need for this stuff. What does that look like? And honestly, to me, it looks a lot cheaper most of the time. But it's just so important for us as people to get there because it's just one of the ways that they're killing us off.
Yeah.
You know, just in general. And we can't, it's like, I don't know how the kids function in school.
Girl, let's talk about that for a second because we wonder why these kids going to school. First of all, we're not going to talk about what's happening at home, but think about the food they feed them in the school. It's trash. There's no nutrients in it. It's all sugar, you know, and then you wired off of that stuff. You can't function. You can't learn like that. So it blows my mind that here we are in 2022 and we still are not looking at the food. I know it's free food, but why not partner with like community gardens and get some fresh food up in there or something, because the diet at school, aside from at home, is trash. It's crazy that we have not even started to have that conversation yet.
And it's all systematic though. Like,
yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Like, I am now for full time, I do community work out in Charlottesville. And they're saying that the government is basically cutting all of the summer school meals. So the kids who don't get food at home, they also don't get the assistance that they've been getting.
Right.
Then so one of our partners was providing those meals and, you know, making sure that it was fresh produce or whatever it was when they were getting them.
Right.
You know, if that was the case. We're all like, what is going on? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. And this is why, this is why I feel like community work, people like you, is so important, because we can't rely on them, whoever them may be, to do everything for us. We got to take the power back and put it in our own hands, literally. Hands in the dirt, hands in them seeds, hands in the water, and we have to figure it out and get it done on our own accord. So I do see more community gardens popping up. I do see more schools implementing garden communities like Martin Luther King School, and I'm sure you know some other schools as well. So that's definitely something I pray I get to see in my lifetime before I leave out of here when I'm 100 years old. I would love to see more better diet in these schools, you know. So I know for me, I can think back to being in school and after breakfast time or after lunch, feeling like I was high and just doing stuff, like getting in trouble and hitting people and walking out of class and just, you know, just being terrible. But I look back and it was the food.
Yeah.
It was the food. So I'm glad you touched on that. I also wanted to ask you, how has gardening impacted your mental health? And we have kind of touched on this a little bit, but if you want to answer that question, if it's something that you hadn't said already on that, feel free.
I would just say like it has like transformed my life. Yeah, for the better. And you don't have to be managing some community garden to have beds in your backyard or to be involved in something like that. So I think like if you have any interest or any question or any like God had sent you a message one day, like just follow it.
Yes. Also speak to people that say, I don't own my house, I don't own any land, because I got an answer for that one, but I'm gonna let you go first because you're the expert.
So I'll say this, because that's true. That's a real problem, right? And to go somewhere and to plant something and to water it and to weed it and it not be very close to you is not realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like I've rented out garden plots and the people come for 3 weeks and then I'm taking care of your garden plots. So I don't really recommend you go find some random community garden and buy a plot if you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah.
But I do suggest that you get involved, go learn. And that will open up whatever opportunities you have. And you're also like in house plants. A lot of people kill houseplants, so I'll leave y'all houseplants alone. You can get houseplants. You can grow small plants on your balcony if you have one, on your front porch. There's plenty of innovative ways to plant and watch things grow. There's things that come from the sky where your tomatoes will come out the bottom, or if you're really interested, there's plenty of ways you can grow in interesting spaces. I know a full-time farmer who has land on land and still grows stuff in containers. So that's just the way he prefers it. You can control your dirt and your weeds, and so everything has benefits, and whatever works, and nobody's situation is a dead situation. So.
Yes. I'm glad you said that, because I know for me, when I started gardening, I didn't realize that you could grow in pots and containers and anything you got around the house that's safe, So I wanted to share that. But you can grow in cement blocks. You can put some dirt and some herbs in cement blocks. So like you said, you can be innovative and be creative, and hop on YouTube, because there's plenty of ideas to grow in small, compact places. Even if you have a 4x4 patio or something like that. Put you some, they even have the tall contraptions that you can grow multiple things. So instead of going out and not having a lot of space, you can go vertical.
And too, those, I don't know if this is what you're talking about, but those hydroponic things, so you can buy those white hydroponics. You can put those inside and get a UV lamp. You can grow everything from strawberries to greens to tomatoes and those things. And it's water. So it's not like you have to water it. So
I've gone to Dollar Tree, and I've seen the ones people put, I don't know if it's hydroponics. I think it's just a planter, but you can stack them on each other, and they go as high as you need them to go.
It's all kinds of stuff out here. And now, it's 2022. So there's plenty of stuff if you want to grow some stuff.
Absolutely. Anything is possible. So Veggies and Herbs said, ooh, this is a divine intervention. And 4 people like that comment. So I'm glad y'all are enjoying the conversation, and I'm glad y'all are here.
Yeah.
We also got a comment from Azure. She says, I grow on my balcony and on my counter. It can be done. I love that.
I grow herbs on my counter. I have one window in my kitchen. Grow herbs there. You do have to see how much light your plant's gonna get. So but yeah. Really possible anywhere.
Yes. So I'm loving the conversation, how we went from your past and how we've been talking about how you've been moving forward. It's been a beautiful thing. We've been talking about your passion. We've been talking about your purpose. Let's talk more about that purpose work. I know we've talked a lot of bit about your gardening journey, but I also, before I move to the next thing, I wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything that I missed. If you wanted to talk more about your jewelry business, now is that time.
I just want to say that, if you are somebody who really does not know what God put you here to do literally what makes you happy. What God made that made you happy, do that. And literally, if it's walking up the street, do that a lot, and then figure out how to get paid to walk up the street. And I'm not lying.
Bing bong. That was a gem right there.
Somebody gonna like to watch you walk up the street. So, however God has positioned your mind to work, just know that your heart is what you should be following. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of distractions out here, a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of distractions, and the media have you thinking you want purses and bags and money, and even Instagram will have you looking at people thinking that's what they got. And you know what I'm saying? But as long as you stay focused on what it is that you love and what God gave you,
yes,
you're going to glow up exactly how God wants you to.
Yes. Come on, girl. I got goosebumps just now, and I'm reading these comments as you said that.
Thank
And as you said, that's right. Sun Collective says, woo, Eat, Pray, Love, Noir is giving you a whole bunch of exclamation marks. They feeling it. Azure also said, yes, I'm so glad I signed on because I feel all of this. I'm feeling all of it too. It's giving me life. Sage B said that was a mouthful, and it was. It truly was. I think, like you said, we have so many external distractions, and the answer is always within. It's always within. If you are distracted, you don't know what to do, go pray, go talk to God, however you see fit to do that. Go inward, though. You have to go inward to find those answers. And like you said, people feel like their purpose sometimes, and some people haven't discovered their purpose, or so they think they haven't, because they think it has to be this grand thing.
Absolutely.
They think that it has to be a model, a singer, a basketball player, but who gonna grow your food if Brie ain't growing your food? You know, who's gonna inspire the people and be transparent and open enough to let you know that, yeah, you've been through some things, but you can get over those things by building community and tapping into new ways to thrive. If I didn't share my story, that's my purpose. That's your purpose. So,
every single person, we need every purpose. No matter if your purpose is walking down the street, we need you.
You better walk. You better do that walk down that street, honey, okay? You better walk. So don't look for this big, grand thing to drop in your lap. Literally, like Bree said, what is that thing that you do naturally that you don't think is like anything big, but you wake up and you just do it? It's natural. Like that is tied to your purpose. Those things that feel like sunlight to you, those people that feel like sunlight to you, they feel warm, it feels like home, and it feels natural. That is tied to your purpose. So get around some people that know you, that love you, that see you, that honor you, and that can help guide you on that journey. But again, you got to get some God in that thing, and you got to get some you and go inward in that thing to figure it out. So,
and I absolutely agree with the people that surround you when you decide to pick what you love, when you decide to go forward with what feels good.
Absolutely.
I will keep those people that feel good around you for your support. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're doing what you're supposed to do, because God gonna support you.
Period.
You know what it look like.
Shout out to Marcus Gold, Chef Haddon, Tanya Moore. I see y'all in the building. Marcus Gold said that was a message, though. Chef Haddon said that was facts. Eat, Pray, Love, Noir said you better walk, period. You better walk. Baby, I don't care if you walking down a runway. If you walking some dogs, you better walk.
Yes. And Marcus Gold better say that, because I need some record spent every time I'm out, okay?
Purpose.
And that, like, I feel like that's a perfect example of like just doing what you love. You know what I'm saying? Like, F trying to be some superstar. Like, I like this, and that's it. You know, just with my journey, like, it really started with like, I just want to learn this, and now I'm literally like connecting huge Black farmers. So like,
that's so dope.
You don't have to know what God got for you to do what you love. Just know it's gonna come. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna come. You just got to keep staying steadfast in that purpose and keep getting up and allowing your spirit and your heart to guide you. Because you're gonna look up one day and be like, damn, I'm living a whole dream over here, and I didn't even plan this, you know? So that's the journey, y'all. And I wanted to also ask you, it was something that popped in my head when I was talking just now. Oh, how does that feel? How does it feel to be doing purpose work? Because I'm gonna tell you, it's no feeling like it. Talk to us about that.
There is no feeling like it. This is the first time ever in my life where I like loved my job. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like, oh my God, I just hit the alarm in the morning. Like, I don't do that anymore. And it's really like this enlightening thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't hate my day. I don't hate my life. Like, I really love what I do and the direction that I've taken. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a choice. That was a choice to quit my full time to do this. That was, you know, I made these choices, and now I get to revel in the fact that I actually enjoy what I do, and it's priceless. It's priceless.
Yeah, it's nothing like it. I was thinking about how grateful I am. For me, lately, you know, because I have parents that, you know, we kind of take care of, we're there for them, we do things for them, but just being grateful that I ain't got to call nobody and be like, can I go? No, I can do it now, you know? So family is really big to me, being hands-on. And if I want to not send my son to school today because we want to go to the park or we want to go to an amusement park, something like that, I can do that. So having freedom of time, freedom of choice, also using my gifts to give back, to shine God's light, my light. It ain't me, y'all, it's God, you know, that you feel from me. So that is purpose work for me. And also, like you said, being able to slow down and get rest, being able to have time, even though I have not started my garden just yet for this season, being able to do it though, when I do have the extra time, having that, the freedom to do it and not be like, dang, I'm tired. Even on those tired days where I'm just like, man, this is a lot, but it fuels me because it's purpose work. And it's like, I got things to do. First of all, I'm gonna rest when I gotta rest. But when you have those busy days, it's like, I'm excited for this though. I'm tired, but I'm excited, you know? So it's a different feeling for sure.
Definitely a different feeling. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So is it anything else that you wanted to share? We're nearing the end of the conversation. It's been beautiful. I've been loving every second of it. And I do see 2 more comments I can read real quick.
Yeah, not of them. So read them to me.
Okay. Oh yeah, because you still can't see them. Okay.
What happened? Yeah.
So we got say GV said it's scary, but you gotta move. Yes. Chef Hedden said, period. I think she was saying that too when we were talking about purpose work. Azure was sending some hearts and people like that comment. Thank y'all for the love so much. The Sun Collective Karen says, and we deserve that. This world will teach you to settle for the sake of safety. Ooh, you better drop a gem.
Yep. And we're in safety there. That's a good one.
And then she also said, we deserve to enjoy life and whatever we do. That's facts.
Ooh, and abundance and rest and all of it. We deserve it.
Listen, our ancestors paid it all already. We should not have to work this damn hard in 2022.
And it's because as human beings, like the system is trying to tell us we should be doing other things. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, dog, I really shouldn't be working 7 days a week and trying to climb a corporate ladder and like, you know what I'm saying? Even when it's raining, niggas don't sit down. Like nobody is really supposed to like operate every day of their life like a machine. You know what I'm saying? It's really not what we're supposed to do. And that's why I got into this work of like this sovereignty and trying to take care of yourself, because the system ain't gonna do it for you.
You got to do it for yourself, and creating that space is a beautiful thing. And also on, I guess, to one last thing on my end, purpose work is not just about me. It's about the community and building community. And that's a beautiful thing when you can wake up and intentionally say that the work that I'm doing is not only impacting me, not only making money for me and my family, but it's going back into the community because I'm pouring back into y'all. I'm not getting paid for this tonight, but it's a beautiful thing. So many people in the comments are saying this is beautiful. This was divine. Like, that's what we do it for, to empower you, to fuel you, to inspire you. That's a beautiful feeling. I don't know about nobody else. Of course, we're going to share our links to our businesses, of course. But this right here is just exchanging of energy and giving good vibes to y'all and creating that community. That is purpose work.
And it's important. And it's important to understand that is separate from like the clout chase and the attention and the, like, yes, we have to have attention to those things, but like when I go into these communities, I talk to these people, I don't put my phone in their face, you know. I think it's just important to be very present, you know, in the purpose work that we do, and understand and take responsibility for the impact and the inspiration that we're giving to people, because it is impactful. You know?
Absolutely. And we deserve to be seen in spaces, especially as Black women, because, you know, with the way our society has been set up, we kind of play the background. We have played the background. Yeah. But it's time for us to take our rightful place. We are smart. We are intuitive. They call us emotional. Everybody's emotional, first of all. But baby, listen, to be tuned into your intuition and into your emotion, being emotionally intelligent allows you to read the room. And so many people that don't have that ability cannot read the room. So I'm just saying, it's amazing to be a woman. And sometimes you need that feminine energy in that room to change the energy in the room. So keep showing up. To all my women, to all my Black women, keep showing up, because we deserve to be seen in these spaces. We deserve to be heard in these spaces. And Black women, we gonna get it done. To all my women, this is an inclusive brand. But since Brie and I are Black women, obviously, you know, we're gonna talk about that. But y'all, we gotta take our rightful place and not be afraid about it. That feminine energy is powerful.
We need you, yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I can go off on a tangent all night. So Seiji V said, facts, it's a work that feeds you. Big Twin, what's up, Ellen? She said, Black girl magic. ID on your body, what's up, girl? She said, say it. So I love how your tribe came and showed up for you. Is there anything else that you want to share before we end episode 8 of Soul Seek Conversation?
No, I think that's it. I think we might have to revisit this.
Okay, girl. Look, bring me on the Bree Beads royalty page and we can do a round 2. Whatever you want to talk about, let's do it.
I think we might have to revisit this. I really appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I appreciate you too, sis. I hope you have an amazing night. Before you go, I do want to share that I created a discount code for y'all to save in honor of my girl, Brie. So all you have to do is go to soulriseessentials.com. That's the way that you spell it up there. And you can shop anything on our website. This code is good up until Sunday, which is, what's today? What's Sunday? What's today's date, y'all?
Today is Thursday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What is it, the 18th? Yeah. Right? Right?
All right.
I don't know, but I just know Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern, the code will expire, and the code is just Brii. It's BRII. So y'all go shop and save some coins. Please shout out your business so they can go check out your website.
I am Brie Beads Royalty. That's BRII Beads Royalty. I sell everything through the website. So head to the website and see what I got. I have crystal necklaces, and like I said, my slogan is jewelry with energy, growing people like plant. So it's all semi-precious crystals, necklaces, earrings, anklets, bracelets, waist beads, whatever you got your mind on is stuff to spend money on.
All right. They said today's date is the 19th.
Okay.
I was about to start counting on my fingers. Y'all gonna have to figure it out because y'all not gonna have me out here looking crazy, okay? Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. So Chef Hedden said y'all had me screaming like I'm at a show. I love that you enjoyed the conversation. Seiji V says she got all the pieces, y'all. So y'all go check out Brie Beads Royalty.
That's my boo toe.
I love it. You better shout your friend out, child. Well, this has been awesome. I'm going to stay on real quick and just do a couple quick announcements. But thank you, Brie, for being here. Thank you for being a thriver. Thank you for being part of our community. Thank you for showing up and just being awesome, spreading your light. Thank you for continuing to go move past that 17-year-old girl that was getting in trouble, trying to figure her life out. And you shining, boo-boo. So keep it up. And I wish you so much more success.
Thank you for having me, Soleil. And you enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you, boo. Appreciate you. Y'all, that was amazing. So this is going to conclude episode 8 of Soul Seek Conversations. My name is Soleil. I'm the owner and CEO and all that other stuff. It just be me. I say we on the page, but it's really just me until we keep growing and I hire some people. But that was awesome. Shout out to Brie, y'all. I hope you were moved by that. I see some people saying they came in a little late, but it's all right, boo. So this episode is going to be on our IGTV as a replay. We're also going to upload it to YouTube. So go follow us on YouTube, follow us on TikTok, Facebook, but this will be on IGTV and on YouTube as well for you to watch it as a replay. Share it. If you were inspired, share it. If somebody needs to hear what she said or what I said, needs to be inspired, you know, to move from where they are to the future, share it with them. So, Vibrant Prestige, what's going on, Lex? It's going to be up on the replay. This was amazing. Thank you so much, Adra. I appreciate you for being here. Eat, Pray, Love, Noir. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. Stay with me. This is just episode 8. It's a monthly podcast. Get on our email list. So go to soulriseessentials.com. It's a pop-up, or you can go to the link in our bio to sign up for our email so you never, ever miss a sale. You never, ever miss a Soul Seek conversation. And so you become part of the tribe. Join the Soul Tribe, y'all. If you have a story, a resilient story that you want to share, reach out to me via DM. We're going to have a quick conversation, make sure it's a good fit, and we'll get you on. Oh, your daughter loves the show too. Oh, y'all making my heart like literally just pop out of my chest. You are amazing, Azure too. I think you need to share your story too. So hit me up, anybody. I don't care where you are. This is a global brand. So if you see this and you're in a whole nother state, it's the internet. We can be connected via the internet. All you need is a phone, a laptop. Well, no, I'm gonna say a phone or the internet. And I can get you on the Soul Seed if it's a good fit. So thank y'all. Stay well, be well. Again, don't forget to shop both of the brands, and you can use the code BRII on my website until Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Whatever today's date is, plus how many days it takes to get to Sunday is the date for Sunday when the code expires. I'll see y'all next month for the next Soul Seed conversation. Watch the replays from the old ones on IGTV and YouTube. Stay well, be well, y'all. You said I can share. Okay, reach out to me, Azure. Send me a message. Peace, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Shout out to the Soul Tribe.